Hello, my beautiful YouTube besties. It's Julie and Charlie with Julie's Pages, or maybe I should say Charlie and Julie because we all know Charlie is the star of the show. Anyway, I hope everyone's having an amazing start to your weekend. We are doing something a little bit different today. Yesterday was payday, so I thought we would stuff a new binder that I started. I'm trying to hold myself a little more accountable, I guess, maybe, or just trying something new. For those of you that don't know, we are a single family income. My husband is the only one that works. My daughter is away at college, living in a dorm about 30 minutes from us. She lives on campus because she does not drive, and that was the easiest way for her to get back and forth to classes. We have a teenage boy. He is a sophomore and he eats a lot. And then we have 2 cats and a dog. So yeah, so I thought we would cash stuff paycheck number 1 of April. We are stuffing $1,791. I created this sheet in Canva. I'm not sure if I like it or how well it works. So we are just going to, yeah, play around until I figure out what works for us. So we have our bills, so our mortgage, our second mortgage. I split those between paychecks. And then this first paycheck, we pay our car insurance and our internet and SiriusXM. And then our cash envelopes are groceries, gas, kids, pets, household, personal care. And then I put away 2 weeks worth of money for our savings binders for the 2 weeks. So it's Tiny Tuesday 2025, Micro Wednesday, month ahead. So if you notice, we were doing something a little different. Savings with friends, freebie Friday, pets, and Christmas. So I don't know what Charlie's going to do. So we're just gonna kind of play it by ear. So the first binder is this beautiful floral one I found on Amazon. I love it. It is so pretty. And in here we have all of our bills and cash envelopes. So I am a digital budgeter. We do not use real actual cash. Everything goes on our credit cards, and then at the end of the month we pay our credit cards in full. So I wanted to use prop cash to help as a visual for our categories. So yeah, I don't know, we'll see how this goes. Again, work in progress, not really sure. Thought maybe you'd like to see it while I try to figure it out. So our mortgage for this week is $451. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 450, 451. That's gonna go in our mortgage envelope. Hi, Charlie. So, and then I'm just gonna, I have two boxes here. I've got a stuff and a paid. So I'm gonna check off on my stuff. Second mortgage is $177. 50, 60, 75, 77. So we've got 150, 70, 75, 76, 77. So I just find it easier for us if we split the payments. That way it's not such a huge chunk coming out of one paycheck. All right, so car insurance is 100, 200, 21, 2, and 3. There's that. And then water is not this one. SiriusXM is, so that's 7, 5, 6, and 7 going into there. So we stuffed car insurance, we stuffed Sirius. Now we've got internet. 81. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 2, 3, and 4. If we just throw our money around, that is going into internet. Oh my goodness, Charlie. Okay, so then that is it for our bills. So next week or next paycheck, we will stuff those. I do have a buffer envelope. What I plan to do with this is for like, mostly the electric bill, I budget, say like this month I budgeted $200 and our bill was $173 and change. So the difference between what I budgeted and what our actual bill was will go into this buffer envelope. So say in July, August, when our electric bill spikes because you know it's 150 degrees in Florida and we have to run our air a lot, I'll be able to, instead of increasing the budget, I can take the extra out of this buffer and it'll help pay for that. So that's the plan for that. Groceries is getting $325. That is for 2 weeks. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 20, and 5. So there's that. Gas gets 50. We fill up about once a month, my car and the Jetta, so that's not bad. Oh, I forgot I switched these around. Charlie. All right, so I switched these two. So it will be kids next. And they get 50 as well. That'll help. Sometimes I gotta help Haley out to buy her groceries or something she needs at school. And Levi is his supplements and Gatorades and whatnot. So pets gets 50. This is every paycheck. Household gets 25. Household is like paper towels, toilet paper, cleaning supplies, anything that has to do with the house. And then personal care also gets 25. And that's deodorant, toothpaste, mouthwash, vitamins, anything of that nature. Okay, so we stuffed all of that. And so that is everything for this binder. So I love these elastic binders. So much better. So cute. Okay. So next we are going to be stuffing our savings binders. And what I did is I repurposed, since I'm not doing Monday minis anymore, I repurposed my binder that I made for that. And I will stick the dollar amounts in the envelope. And then when it comes time, I will just pull that money and then it's already set aside. So, and I'm doing these in the larger bills, kind of. I messed up somewhere, I think, maybe, I don't know. Again, first time, so, oh no, okay. So for Tiny Tuesday and our 2025 binder, it gets $40 for 2 weeks. So 10, 20, 30, and 40. We're doing that in tens. And then when I pull the money out, I will use my bank that I have at home of my prop cash. I keep in this little container. I have 2 of these containers, and that's where I keep all my extra prop cash. And then I'll get the correct denominations. I just didn't want these envelopes to fill up with like 61s and stuff, and then they would just burst. So that's what we did with that. So next up is going to be Micro Wednesday and Month Ahead. And that gets $58 for 2 weeks. All right, so 50, 55, 56, 57, 58. So you got a little sneak peek by watching today's video that we are adding something to Wednesdays. My husband did get a raise that is going into effect for, it starts in April, but we don't really see it till May for a difference. So I went ahead and added some to a month ahead binder so that we could so we could start adding to it every week instead of just using a monthly challenge for it, or not a monthly challenge, mini. Oh my goodness. Words are tough. Words are tough. Okay, Savings with Friends is getting $100. It gets $50 a week. So that we use to refill our emergency fund. And then Freebie Friday gets $50. It's $25 a week. So there's that. Pets gets $26 a week, 25, 26. So there's that. And then, or not a week, a paycheck, $26 a paycheck for pets. And this is what goes into their sinking fund. It's separate from the monthly budget. So, all right, Charlie, are you gonna move? Are you gonna go? All right, and then Christmas gets $50 a paycheck. So that is everything. So this first one was a really short video, just kind of going over what the binders are going to be and the amounts stuffed. So yeah, so that was our cash stuffing of our first paycheck of April. So we'll see how we do our, he gets paid every other week, I guess, bi-weekly is the way it's worded. So yeah, I don't know where else I was going with that. I don't know. I hope everyone has an amazing weekend, and we will see you in the next weekend. Let me know down below if you're interested in following along on this part of our journey. It is a little more in depth than just our savings challenges. So let me know. All right, guys. Thanks for watching, spending time with us today. Have a great weekend. We'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.